Here's the Sony BM-89 dictated transcriber being sold on Amazon. It uses a regular size cassette, not a micro cassette, and this sale includes the unit itself, the foot pedal, the hand control unit, and the Sony power supply. Please note that the sale does not include any headphones, but the unit has a built-in speaker and it will work with the same headphones used as those on an MP3 player. The BM-89 can be used as a transcriber using either the foot pedal or the buttons on the unit itself, but it can't be used as a dictation machine without the hand control. The unit itself does not have a built-in microphone, and the hand control is included with this sale, so this machine can be used as a dictation machine immediately. Also note that the BM-89 can't be used to record a telephone conversation unless it has a separate adapter, and that adapter is not part of this sale. Okay, so now we'll cover some basic functions and demonstrate that the machine works well. First, we'll just insert a tape that's been previously recorded, and we'll play it back. Now the tape is at the very beginning, so it's going to take a couple of seconds to get past the leader and play the recording.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school.
And then we'll stop it and rewind it. And now we'll try the foot pedal. Now the foot pedal has two functions: play, and you press the right down on the right side, and rewind, and you press down on the left side. Of course, normally the foot pedal would be on the floor, but so you can see it, it's up here. So we'll just press down on the right side, and I don't know if you can hear it, but the machine is now running. In a couple of seconds it'll start playing again.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow.
And then when we let up, the machine stops. And then when we hit the left side of the foot pedal, the tape will rewind to the beginning. Now, the BM-89 also has a very nice feature which Sony calls reverse time. And what that does is when you let up on the foot pedal while it's playing, it will actually back the tape up for a second or two, depending on where you set the control, so that as you're transcribing, if you want to stop and catch up, when you start playing again, you can hear where you were. It doesn't pick up immediately where you stopped off, so it's a very handy feature. So once again, if I press on the foot pedal, the machine is playing.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went,
And now I've let up on the foot pedal, and the tape didn't just stop, it actually backed up a little bit. So you'll hear a few words repeated.
Snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
And as I said, that's variable. Right now it's set in the middle of the range, it's set at 4, so that's about a second and a half of backup. If you set it all the way at 9, it'll back up further. If you set it at 0, it won't back up at all. And that also seems to change a little bit depending on where you are in the tape. As you get closer to the end of the tape, I think that backup actually decreases a little bit, so you might want to increase the setting on that reverse time control. Now we'll show the unit being used as a dictation machine. Remember, that can only be done using the hand control unit. So we're going to start with a tape, which is already in the machine, rewound, and actually it's been queued up to the beginning of the recordable section of the tape past the leader. And we'll just unplug the foot pedal, move that over, and plug in the hand control unit. The machine has one port on it, and you plug either the foot pedal or the hand control unit into that port. Something that isn't clear from the manual, and which is very handy to do at the beginning of the tape, is to press the letter or the LTR button on the hand control unit until the machine starts up and then stops again. And what that did was put a control marking at the beginning of the tape, and you'll see why that's handy in a minute. So now to start the dictation, we press the slide switch on the hand unit up to the DICT position, and then we start recording. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll notice the red record light here is flashing as I'm speaking. That's a sign that recording is happening. Then at the end of dictation, we press the LTR button again for about half a second or so, and then we slide the dictation switch back down to the stop position. And that LTR button should be pressed at the end of every recording you make. And now, because we pressed LTR at the very beginning of the tape, and because we have the auto stop function here on the machine turned on, when we press the rewind button, we'll rewind back to that first LTR marking, which is effectively the beginning of our first actual recording. So when we press play or listen,
testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you'll notice the red record light here is flashing as I'm speaking. That's a sign that recording is happening. Then at the end of dictation, we press the LTR button again for about half a second or so, and then we slide.
Okay, so I turned it from dictation to stop in the middle of that, and that's why the recording ended at the word slide. And now we have another LTR mark at the end of this recording because I pressed the LTR button at the end of it. So when we make our next recording and then press the LTR button at the end of that and hit rewind, it'll bring us back to this spot on the tape, which will let us play our second recording. And if you notice, there's an LTR counter on the control panel here, or on the display panel, and that keeps track of what document number you're at. Okay, and that wraps up a quick demonstration of the functions. One final note about model numbers. The BM-89 was sold by Sony as a transcription machine, in which case it had the model BM-89T, or as a dictation machine, model BM-89D, and that's why the manual shows those two as the model numbers. But keep in mind that this unit is being sold configured with both the D and the T models, and that's because it comes with both the foot pedal and the hand control unit. To see the user manual, go to the web page that's being displayed right now on the screen, and that's at the official Sony site and is the official Sony manual for this unit. And that's the end of this video showing the basic functions of the Sony BM-89. Thanks for watching.